Let me guess, you opened this video because you went through some tough time, you gained some weight, and now you want to lose some weight, and you don't know how to do. No worries, at the end of this video you will know exactly how to create a diet plan to lose weight without going crazy and without messing up everything. If you're new here, my name is Daniel, the Italian coach, and I will explain the step-by-step process on how to do that, even because now I need to restart my diet and I will show you exactly how to do on my own. First of all, going through some tough time and gaining weight is totally normal, no worries. Everyone has these periods and could last some months, years, some cases even the whole lifetime is normal, no worries. Of course, then you get some anxiety because you don't know how to get rid of this weight, and that's okay. Let me show you how to solve this problem. So, first of all, why this happened? Because, food is comfort. We eating away the pain, literally, so it's normal, no worries. At the beginning we start to laugh, then when we see the scale and the mirror, from the comfort we see the discomfort, we start to cry, yeah. The first reaction is, well, bravo, what did you do? You see, you messed up everything and now we are gaining some fat, we need to get rid of this fat. How to do that? Panic. So, what doesn't work? Before to go in the step-by-step process, let's understand what doesn't work. So, the extreme diets, there are so many different approaches and lots of them are bullshit. Let's take it simple. If you go on extreme diet, what's happening is that you have no energy, and not only that, you start to be moody, like moody that you can be aggressive, like ready to kick the ass of some random guy. So don't do that, don't go on extreme diet. Plus the yo-yo effect, so you lose weight, yes, it works, but then you gain back. And not only this, even the Dr. Nuzardan is coming to take us in order to make like another diet. Then what is the next thing that doesn't work? Like we said before, shame and guilt. Don't be ashamed, don't be guilty against yourself. Yeah, you mess up, this happens, it's life, shit happens in life. And then, if you talk negatively, if you approach this negatively, this will just get everything worse. So don't do that, please. Yeah, because some self-pain does not help. I know I was and I am sometimes some guy that is focused on motivation, discipline, do this like everything perfect. But this is some random approach that on the long term doesn't work, trust me. It's better to be flexible and gentle on yourself because you will fail, trust me. And this is even the basic of the all or nothing mindset. So yeah, you can do that, of course, but then if you fail, you feel shame again, you feel guilty against yourself, and this starts like a negative loop that messed up everything. So this doesn't work, trust me. What works? So first of all, mindset shift. So be flexible. Because being flexible wins over perfection, trust me. Because you will fail, you will fall down, trust me, you will. It's normal, we are human, no robot, we have emotions and hormones. And the food is fuel, yes, but even joy, of course, yeah. Let's try to not recover everything with these big portions, but yeah, let's enjoy the food as well. Because is a moment of social connection and everything. Yeah, we can do even like without messing up everything. Totally true, you will learn how to do that, especially if you follow my channel. But sometimes it's normal to give up and fail. Like we said before, you will fall down, it's normal, totally normal. And third thing, you don't need to suffer to get results. I know this is the most common misconception. Gym equals suffering, equal, I don't know, frustration, discipline, extreme discipline, etc. Yes, there is kind of like a partial component of sufferance, discipline, etc. Because at some point you will feel hungry, is normal. But you don't need to suffer to get results. You can do this in a proper way with a flexible diet, for example. So let's go on the real thing. So let's check the key points. So this is all you need to know. So caloric balance wins over everything. That's why I said don't do some extreme diet. This doesn't work. I mean, yeah, it works, but has more side effects than the pros. Caloric balance is everything you need to know. It's just math. energy math in this case. This is the most important thing, and this is the EMS pyramid basically, and at the base is behavior and lifestyle. So what does it mean? This needs to be sustainable on the long term, because you can do like an extreme diet, yes, you will reach results quicker, yes, but is it sustainable? No. That's why you will be more prone to failure and to gain back all the weight. That's the problem, because if you don't know what to do, if you're not guided by some expert, you will probably mess up something. So sustainability first of all. Caloric balance. Okay, the energy balance is the most important thing. You want to lose weight? Eat less, move more. You need to have a caloric deficit. That's it. You don't need to do anything special. You can lose weight eating vegetables, you can go vegan, yes. At the same time you can go carnivore, yes. You lose weight in both ways and they are totally opposite. You can remove sugars or eat full of pasta and sugar and still lose weight, it doesn't matter. This is what matters, energy balance, caloric balance. So whenever you have a caloric deficit, doesn't matter if you eat pizza every day, you can do that and still lose weight. You can eat McDonald's every day and still lose weight whatsoever. The important thing is, are you in a caloric deficit? Yes or not? This is the most important part. You want to lose weight? That's it. You don't need to not eat or do 1,000 hours of cardio. This doesn't work. Needs to be sustainable on the long term. That's the most important part. Then macronutrients. Why they are important and why they are in the second place? Well, because you can eat like whatever you want and lose weight. That's totally true. But the macronutrients, so protein, carbs and fat, will decide basically the shape of your body. Because let's say you just eat some carbs and some fat, no protein. Well, you will lose weight, definitely, but you will lose lots of muscle. This is the thing. You want to go in a better shape, so not just losing weight, but just improving your shape. Well, if you put some protein, first of all, you will feel more full during the diet. Plus, you will keep more muscle, looking even better on the long term. And after the diet, you will have even better results on your metabolism. No worries for that. It's like another topic, but it's just to have like a general view. Then, macronutrients, yes, those are important as well. That's why you can still eat just burger and pizza or just pasta, for example, and still lose weight, yes. But this is not the healthiest option, let's say. So the macronutrients are very important. You will find them in vegetables. So fruit and vegetables needs to be like a very important part. That's why carnivore diet sometimes tends to be very extreme to remove all this stuff. And yeah, you can still lose weight with those stuff, definitely, you can. But is the best option? Not in my opinion. Then, nutrient timing or meal timing. This is optional, but can be very helpful. For example, after a workout, your cells are very, very receptive. So basically they want to suck everything in order to recover some energy, the energy that you spent. And this is the best timing in order to eat more carbs, for example. Because the GLUT4 receptors are more active, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is like too detailed. The important thing that you need to understand is the meal timing is optional. What does it mean optional? That, you know, there are some legends around the nutrition that you can't eat carbs in the evening. That's totally false. Of course, there is the meal time that plays like a role, like before and after the workout is the best timing in order to take the carbs, for example. But this doesn't mean that during the night you have like a night craving, you take something, you blow up. No, it doesn't work like that. It's optional, but helpful. And food quality and supplements. So, as we said before, macronutrients are very important. You take from veggies, but you know, sometimes, especially the old school in the gym, they weren't eating vegetables. I know, this is like very strange from a certain point of view, but they weren't like all in vegetables. Actually, they were like, I don't want to say against, but you know, vegetables are not so sweet, some other stuff, like other stuff. So yeah, they were kind of avoiding this stuff. And they were taking supplements. Of course, for supplements, the first thing that you think about the supplement can be the protein powder. This is helpful if you need to reach like the protein amount, so the macronutrients. But in terms of micronutrients, yes, as well. Yeah, you can take some multivitamin. Is the best? Well, I will always go for the real food, let's say. Yes, they can be very, very helpful, but as you see, they are the last part in this pyramid. And supplements, even for the protein powder, even without protein powder, you will reach your results, no worries. And you can always have like your food from the real food or just from the supplement, doesn't matter. The important thing is to reach the basic of this pyramid, for example. Okay, how to do the calculation? Let's go in practical terms. So let's do some math. This can be a bit complicated, but please follow through or come back and see the video, because you will learn something that you can keep for your entire life. If you learn this, you will never forget it again. Actually, I'm saying lots of bullshit because it's a bit complicated, but once you learn, let's say, it's like the bike. You get practiced and then maybe you don't forget anymore. Okay, so let's say I'm starting a diet. Okay, this was post-COVID. Yeah, I didn't have even a barber, of course, in my house. So, and yeah, that's it. After COVID, basically, I went through like a diet. In this case, I lost 13 kgs. I'm not in this way right now because I'm in a better shape. I wasn't going even in the gym at that point. I was too lazy to do even at home, you know. And so basically I was in a very bad shape. I lost 13 kgs and gained some muscles as well in the meantime, because you know, after you come back in the gym, etc., you can do that. Now I'm in a better shape, more muscular for sure, but I was lazy the last year, I gained 10 kgs. So let's come back to a better shape. How to do that? Doing my example. So 10 kgs are 77,000 calories. Why? Because basically 1 kg of fat is 7,700 calories. How comes? Normally, you know, 1 gram of fat is 9,000 calories. 9 calories. So 1 kg is 9,000 calories. Yes, but you know, our body is not like all or nothing. Inside the fat cells there are even some water components, and that's why it's not just fat. There is even some water. And this plays an important role on the aesthetic part. So it's not the topic of this video, but I will explain this better. So basically, inside the kgs of fat in our body, there are around 7,700 calories. So in order to lose 10 kgs, for example, you need to lose 77,000 calories approximately. So an average guy, what would do? This guy, no, not this guy, maybe the previous version, like less homeless, a bit more in shape, I don't know, some stuff, but less knowledge. What would do? Well, go all in. So focus and lose as quick as possible. You can do that. Of course, it's doable, but sustainable. Remember the first part of the pyramid. Sustainability. Yeah, it's not hereby. Yeah, it needs to be like the lifestyle. So, is doable? Yes, but it's not the best way. So an experienced guy, what will do? Slowly, slowly. Yes, it's annoying. You want to have like results immediately. I know. I was there. And I'm still there in a certain way. But I'm like, I know. I messed up. Now I need to pay the consequences. So, being patient. So, going slowly is better, more sustainable, and especially more enjoyable. Trust me, you won't last long if you just remove food and you stress out your body. At some point you go nuts, you go crazy, I don't know, you stress out. So you don't want this, you don't want to give up. This is the main thing. So slowly is better. Yeah, sometimes there are some occasions, for example, your wedding, or don't know, something else. Yes, it can happen. And we can force a bit the diet, but in that case there is some extra motivation, you know. This helps a lot, but in other cases, slowly is better, and you will have even better results, trust me, because you will retain more muscle and you will have like a better metabolism at the end of the process. So trust me, it's better to do slowly. So let's go for the practical example. So a time frame that is realistic for these 10 kgs is 3 to 6 months. So I will do in 6 months because, you know, after some experience, you know that this is the best way. You can do in 3 months, yes, but this means that you need to have like a caloric deficit of 850 calories a day for 3 months. Yeah, you can do that, definitely, but it's not that easy, trust me. So let's say in 6 months, so my option, I need to lose 77,000 calories in 180 days. That equals to basically 430 calories a day of average. It's not so straight because, you know, you need to kind of approach this in a different way, because 6 months always this way you can do, yes, but it's not realistic, to be honest. So what I tend to do, I do like an extra push at the beginning because, you know, my hormonal situation is good. Like I gain some weight, my body feels good, doesn't feel any alarm, it doesn't have any warning like, okay, we are going to not eat anything. It's not like in an alarm setting, if this like makes any sense to you. It's not like a warning. It is like, okay, we are full, we can relax right now, there is no emergency, perfect. So I can go a bit quicker at the beginning, like losing 6 kgs in the first 3 months, for example, and then 4 kgs later. 6 kgs, if you do the math, are basically 46,000 calories, and I will do in 90 days. After, I will do a diet break, so a small break in order to recover some energy and in order to give some relief to my body. So in order to lose 46,000 calories in 90 days, basically I need to have like a 500 calories deficit. Let's go around 550 a day, even because, you know, yeah, calorie is a calorie, but calorie is not a calorie. You have no chance to calculate this exactly. Forget about the watch, Samsung, Apple, doesn't matter. Forget about the nutritional intake. Even the labels that you find in the food, they are not accurate and they have a big gap, not small, big gap. So it's not very accurate. So let's go around. So even if I'm very accurate with these numbers, forget about them. Doesn't make sense, trust me. So let's focus on the real number. Okay, I need to have like 550 calories a day of deficit, caloric deficit, for 7 days. That equals basically to almost 4,000 calories a week. Okay, how to do that? So my TDA is approximately 3,000 calories. I forgot calories, but yeah. This means that in a week I have like 21,000 kilocalories of caloric intake in order to maintain my weight. But if I want to lose weight in that way, in a sustainable way, this is like half kgs of real fat in a week. Basically, I need to remove from the TDA amount this amount of calories. That is basically our calculation that we did before. So now I have like 17,000 calories a week, that if I divide for each day, it becomes basically 450 kilocalories a day. This way I can keep the same caloric amount every day for the week. And like, if you have like a boring life like my one, yeah, it's easy. You don't do crazy stuff, so that's fine. You can sustain. Or if you like a stable approach, you have like other stuff in your mind and you want to focus on other stuff, well, you can keep the same caloric deficit every day. That's fine. Maybe you have like the weekend option, you have like some alcohol or going out and eating with friends, that's fine. You can go 5 days a bit lighter in order to have 2 days with more calories. For example, if you eat 2 days 3,000 calories, guess what? You will lose the same amount of weight and you feel like you cheated. You have like the cheat days, actually 2 cheat days. And this doesn't affect at all your diet. You can still enjoy your food. Or let's say you want to have a crazy day a week, like 5,000 calories, like 1 day a week I want to destroy myself, 5,000 calories. Let's go. And if you keep the other days on a certain amount, in this case 2,000 calories, you will lose exactly the same way. How? I mean, you go and you eat like a pig one day and you still lose weight? Yes. This is the key. You know what you need to do. Because basically, if you do all the calculation, if you follow a plan, even a cheat day is not a cheat day. This is the key. This is the secret. Okay, protein amount. So, if you want to go, let's say from 20%, so these are my stats. Basically, right now I'm 80 kgs, not this condition, a better condition, but still 80 kgs. And probably my body fat is 20% doing some calculation, because when I was at 70 kgs, my body fat was 8%. So this is like the morning, so no pump, nothing, no flexing, nothing. This is a bit of flexing because, you know, you tend the abs in front of the mirror, good lighting, etc. This is 8%. If you want to retain as many muscle as possible, you need to be careful on the protein intake, especially when your body fat percentage decreases, because lower is the body fat and more is the muscle that you lose. So you need to increase the protein intake in order to lose less, of course, in a certain range. But look, this example, basically, I was like in a crazy condition. Yeah, empty. For example, even today, I was talking with a guy in the gym that started 2 weeks ago the diet, so I cut some carbs and it felt like a bit empty. It's totally normal, because your muscles are made basically of carbohydrates and water, and less carbs, less food you eat, and more your muscle will be emptier. Yes, of course, this is very scenic, like scenographic effect, because see this vein, yeah, this is crazy. I felt like, oh, I'm on doping or what. It was crazy. I'm just a small guy, because 177 my height, and this was 70 kgs, 8% body fat, and look, it was crazy. Yeah, a bit small, but with a carb refeed, I was like, whoa, exploding basically. So yeah, this is the good point. But it's normal to feel like a bit empty. It's normal. So what to do with the protein amount? Protein amount, basically we have this caloric intake, let's say stable, but you can decide later on. I will explain what to do. You need to take in a caloric deficit 2 to 2.5 grams per body weight. In this case, remember, body weight is in kilograms. Then if you want to calculate in pounds or in stones, you need to do some calculation, some additional calculation, but let's say in kilocalories, that in kilograms, that for me is my natural way to calculate it. So 2 to 2.5 grams per kilogram of body weight. Of course, let's say the base body weight, because if you are under 50 kgs and your body fat is 40-50%, you don't need to take like so many protein, because basically is the fat component the main one. So let's focus on a good base. Let's say in this case I calculate my protein intake on my lean mass, let's say 70 kgs. Okay, 70 kgs on 2.5 grams per kilograms is 175 grams a day. Yes, sometimes you can go further. For example, like I said, more you are shredded, more you need to go on high protein diet. And even if you reach like 3 grams of protein for body weight, this doesn't affect anything. There are different studies on protein, they are safe, etc. Even on higher grams. Of course, don't exaggerate, because there is always a range, and this is like a safe range. Let's keep 2.5 grams for body weight. If you want to go on extreme and you are very shredded, you can go for 3 grams for body weight, but don't exaggerate. Yeah, the protein are not bad, etc. But of course, an unbalanced diet can really affect your health. So let's keep like this. Of course, like I said, I was extremely shredded. So look, I was like a crazy condition, and in this case, yeah, you can increase your protein amount. Of course, these affect everything, because less is the body fat and more your energy and mood is affected. Look the face. Yes, in this one, I'm very happy. Probably I was just after a refeed, you know. You can see from this vein, probably, I don't know, I had a kind of refeed in that moment. But normally this affects your energy, your mood, your everything. That's why doing it properly affects a lot. Okay, let's go on the fat amount, how to calculate your fat intake. So let's say always the same amount of calories. The good range is between 0.8 to 1.2 grams for body weight. Woman needs a bit more fats, to be honest, because you know there is an hormonal component, blah blah blah. Males a bit less, but keep these ranges. Yeah, you can go in extreme cases a bit lower, yes, especially if you do competition, yes, but of course if you're going in a competition, if you're going to be this shredded, most likely you know what to do, or you are followed by someone like that has some competence on this. So let's focus on these numbers. Okay, let's say we'll keep the minimum amount of fat, because you know I'm Italian, I love pasta, pizza and all the carb stuff, and want to focus more on the carbs. So let's say 70 kgs, that is my lean body weight. For 0.8 grams for kilograms is 56 grams a day. The maximum range is 84. You can go further if you prefer like low carbs and high fat. This is the same. Remember, you will lose weight if you have an energy balance that is in a negative situation, so in a caloric deficit basically. Then the macronutrients are secondary, so you can take 150 grams of fat a day and still lose weight. This is, for example, the low carb diet, or even the keto diet, for example. This is another topic, but the point is energy balance rules. This is the main thing, the most important thing. Okay, so where we are. So this is like the good range that I consider for me and my clients, like to be in a balanced way. Then the carbs. Why the carbs we do for last? Why the carbs are normally last? Because protein and fat plays a more important role. Yes, carbs are very important, they manage other hormones, etc. But the fat are essential to survive. The protein will keep like your body in a better option, plus they are very important as well. The carbs can be managed a bit more, let's say. There are people that, for example, the keto diet, they don't take almost any carb, or there are people that take lots of carbs. You can get shredded in both ways, doesn't matter. But let's say you can manage these in a better way. Okay, let's do the other calculation. So if you take, for example, 200 grams of protein, each gram of protein is 4 kilocalories basically, so you have 800 calories. Fat, and going into the previous example, 56, let's say 55 for 9 kilocalories, because 1 grams of fat is 9 kilocalories basically, you have almost 500 calories. So basically these are the calculation that you need to have. So in this way you have 1300 kilocalories totally. Follow me please. Okay, we need to reach this total amount. So what you do, you need to have like the target, you remove what you consider for the protein and fat amount, and you have the difference, that is 1150 kilocalories. This divided 4, because basically 4 is the amount of calories for each gram of kilo of carbs, basically will lead to this calculation of 287 grams of carbs daily. So basically you can get shredded even with 300 grams of carbs, and this is even considering the cardio basically. So you know, you can even get shredded with 400 grams of carbs, 500, but of course we want the balance. Sustainability on the long term, this is the key word. Okay, now let's do some summary and the split. Okay, how do you split this? So basically this is the final result. These are the calories that you want to take, and this is like a good amount of macros. This is what I will follow, for example, if I don't do any cardio. But of course I can add some cardio and add some extra fat and carbs, for example. How do you split them? Like we said before, we can have like 7 days steady, so very consistent, or for example the 5 days plus the weekend. One day, I don't know, Saturday, you go enjoy some alcohol, this and this. Of course alcohol is never suggested, but you know, or you enjoy more food in the weekend, you have like family parties or whatsoever, family reunion, and you eat more. It's normal. Or I don't know, during the weekend you go out with your friends whatsoever, and you want to eat a bit more. Okay, if you want to keep 7 days, you keep the same. But if you have like a weekend situations, basically you can reduce like the 5 days to a lower amount, because from the 2450 you go 200 calories less, in order to have like more calories for the weekend. and you can lose weight with 400 grams of carbs and 70 grams of fat in the weekend, for example. Or let's say the crazy day, like once a week, like not once in a while, no, once a week. You want to keep like this crazy amount of kilocalories. For example, all you can eat situation in Italy is very common. All you can eat from sushi, this kind of stuff. Or you want to go in a I don't know, in a pizzeria, in a restaurant, and you want to take 2 free pizzas in a row. Perfect, you can do that, no problem at all. Or you want to take a huge amount of pasta, that with these carbs, you can do that. For example, the guy I was talking to today basically is pasta lover, even if he's not Italian, and that's normal. Everyone loves pasta, everyone loves pizza. Okay, let's consider this situation. You want to keep 2000 calories every day of the week for 6 days. This is sustainable, is doable. And of course, if you are a bigger guy than me, you have more calories. It's not just this. This is my example. Then you need to do your calculation. But if you want to have that day, crazy day, and for example, with 5000 calories, you can eat 800 grams of carbs. That maybe you have no idea how many they are. But let's consider it in 100 grams of pasta. There are 75 grams of carbs in 100 grams of pasta. So imagine, even if you eat like 1 kilogram of pasta in that day, you still didn't reach the amount of carbs. So imagine how much pasta it is. And of course you have even 100 grams of fat, because realistically you don't eat something that is just carbs. There are always some fat like attached, so it's normal. For example, in pizza you have lots of fat. In this case it's difficult to have like 3 pizzas and not taking like more than 100 grams of fat. Of course, if you take like a lean pizza, just the base and tomato, yes. But if you take pizza, tomato, mozzarella, oil, sausages, this kind of stuff, the fat amount will go much above than 100 grams. Okay, one other thing. As you can see, the protein amount is always steady. Why? Okay, basically, if you can, normally the best option is to rotate carbs and fat. So this is the best option, but I like to keep the protein amount steady for 2 reasons. First, they make you feel full and you are in a diet situation, so it's always better. Second, because basically you're always dismounting your body. So let's consider that you are in a caloric deficit. In a caloric deficit, what happens? Your body gets dismounted, literally. So you want to keep like a steady amount of protein in order to keep the muscle in a best condition possible, because you want to recover from the workout. So you want that is less dismounted, or by the way, more recover from this stress that the muscle is going through. So I would suggest to keep like the protein amount steady. If you don't want to keep like the same amount, just reduce slightly in order to have like more carbs, more fat, but keeps like on the same amount. It probably is the best option, if I can give you this suggestion. Of course, if you have like 800 grams of carbs, you don't need 200 grams of protein, because in this case, for example, the carbs will kind of tamponate, will kind of cover this protein dismounting your muscle, because you know, there is the insulin effect, other stuff I will explain in the future videos. But except in these extreme cases where you overfeed your body, basically it's better to keep like steady. This is the most important part. Okay, next step. This was a nice introduction. I will of course give you more videos like this because I like to talk about this stuff. So first of all, follow this channel, and I'm getting more consistent. As I said, consistency is the key. I fell off from my content creation diet, and now I'm getting back because sustainability is the most important thing. Okay, what to do? Now we're preparing some stuff for our clients, basically some courses, we want to create something that they can use in order to learn, because we don't want that people are with us forever. We want that people come to us, they get their results and they learn as well in order to enjoy the process. And plus they learn a skill that will help them for life. And plus they can teach other people as well, because you know, what you do today will influence even the people that surround you, your family, your friends, whatsoever. In fact, we are in a obesity pandemic, you know, because it's so easy to overeat, and everyone basically needs to learn this kind of stuff in order to maintain like an healthy situation. Okay, what we will do, you can do it yourself courses basically that we will provide for free to our clients. In fact, this is what I say later, but we will make them available even to other people in order, if you want to learn some stuff, we will give you these courses you can teach. They will be like a much cheaper option, of course, but it's totally up to you. Of course, these are not the name, these are kind of ideas, so create your own diet. CIOD, so CYOD. I don't like this, will probably be different. I will put the link in the description, by the way. And the second one is the Flexible Nutrition Mastering. Probably too generic. Feast and Fit could be better, or the Body Buffet Formula is nice. This will be like a course that our nutritionist, Eliana Dalin, or for who follows her in social media, nutritionists around the world, is preparing. They are almost ready. They will be, of course, included in our La Dolce Vita formula, that is our done for you process, basically, where we work for you and with you, basically. So we follow, is the one-to-one coaching that we do. And with us, our team, etc. These courses, these modules will be included. Otherwise, I will put a link in the description. As I said, I hope you can enjoy. We try to get better and better with our offers, and the best thing is to learn everybody. We want to enjoy what we do because it's something that we love, and we want that you learn what to do. And what else? What else? Nothing. That's it. So I see you in the next video.